This is day 2 or Wednesday of your summer packet for the first 4 weeks. You'll see you begin with push-ups, 4 sets of 5s. Again, I went over push-ups in our last video. I want your hands underneath your shoulders, flat back, straight line from your head all the way down to your heels, keeping your elbows close to your body and controlling it down, all the way up. This is Derek Hall. He's one of our assistant strength coaches on staff. He's going to demonstrate our first lift, which is walking lunges. You'll perform sets of 10, so that's 10 each leg. You'll notice when Derek begins, he's coming straight down into his lunge, okay? His eyes are focused straight ahead, shoulders back, and as he pauses, you'll notice he's always got this vertical shin. His knees in a straight line with his ankle, shoulders are back. He's perfectly straight down. That back knee does not touch the ground throughout the duration of the movement. So you'll perform each of these lunges consecutively, again, for 10 reps each leg. Your next lift will be a wall sit iso hold. Okay, for the first week, you can perform this exercise for durations of 25 seconds with your body weight. So you'll see Derrickson get into position. Okay, he's in about a squat stance. Okay, you'll notice he's at a parallel level with his knee in line with his hip. Okay, and he's just going to hold this movement for 25 seconds. Eyes are focused ahead, flat back to the wall. Okay, I want his feet just outside of his hip width, right at his shoulders. Okay, if you need to you have less mobility, you can point your toes outward some if you need to get a little bit lower. But the main thing here I'm looking for is parallel, just like a squat stance. Our next exercise is the hip bridge. Okay, Derek's going to set up. You can use the edge of a bench or whatever you have access to. I want your shoulders right here on the edge of this bench. Your feet are set right at hip width apart. Okay, your feet stay flat on the ground throughout the duration of the movement. Derek's going to squeeze straight up, control all the way back down until he's about an inch off the ground, squeeze at the top, and go right into his next rep. Again, you'll see he's maintaining that line of extension all the way up. He's flat all the way at the top. Okay, you'll feel a big activation in your glutes, your low back, and your hamstrings. And you're starting with 4 sets of 8. You can start with body weight, but the eventual goal is to be able to stack a weight right here on your hips, a dumbbell, a plate, whatever it is that you have to increase the intensity of the movement. Our next movement is a plate iso hold. You perform the first Wednesday at 4 reps for 15 seconds a pop. Okay, Derek's going to demonstrate for us. He's going to hold this straight out in front of him. Notice he's got a little bit of a bend in his elbows, but he's in a straight line from his shoulder all the way to his wrist. Okay, his core's tight. I don't want to see him leaning back, arching his back. He's straight up and down, feet are under his hips, and he's just going to hold for 15 seconds. Again, this is another movement. You'll be able to increase your time, okay? And the objective as well is to increase the weight. So if you start with a 10, the following week, possibly use a 15. Our next movement, you'll see triceps. So you can do any variation of a tricep movement. I'm going to give you an example that we do with our girls, okay? These are lying tricep extensions, or as I call them, dumbbell skull crushers, okay? Derek's going to begin with the weights directly overhead. Notice his palms are facing inwards towards each other. He's just going to descend into the movement. Okay, notice his arm stays in a line that it began in, and then he's just going to press straight up. Okay, so his elbow remains in this portion. You're just bending, flexing the elbow back, and extending at the top. Okay, again, you'll feel a big burn in your triceps, the back portion of that arm right here. Perfect. And again, trying to increase the weight each week. The next movement is a side plank. Derek's going to demonstrate this for us. Okay, you'll notice with Derek, he's in a straight line all the way from his shoulders down to his heels. Okay, I want his feet stacked, his hips stacked, his shoulder right here is back in line, opposite hands right here on his hip. Okay, you'll notice his elbow is right underneath his shoulder blade throughout the duration of the movement. Okay, you'll hold this and you'll progress in time throughout the packet.